fans, it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now it's Breida. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
1st and goal at the 1. They'll try to run with Breida. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Vikings nothing.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They run, Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Now a run with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Cook. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
He doesn't give many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number's going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking. A lot of times, their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing quickly and forcing incompletions.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll try and run with their fullback. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And the big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A pickup of 5 yards. First down, Minnesota.
First down, Vikings.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Play action. It's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the carry, it's Cook. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They go play action with Jackson. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Seahawks 7, Vikings 6.
2nd and 10. This is Breida. And he'll get this one up to the 26. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Breida.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
42.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run with Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Now Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny.
Wilson.
Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Right tackle made by Rasheem Green. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Vikings.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel coming from where he did Division III football to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Shaquille Griffin on the
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
5 yards.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Bailey's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Looking deep for Hilton. And got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
At the 48-yard line.
Here's Breida. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jackson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And the 3rd quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
Jackson on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Pass complete to Dalvin.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
36. Hey, 0.
From the 44, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
Dan Bailey.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one, because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
And pass past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Matt Breida, 57 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Vikings 16.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd down, Bowden. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings 16.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Complete to Hilton. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
And that's good for a
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He may try and run for the... And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. From the gun, Wilson. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Seahawks 42.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. L.J. Collier. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
2nd down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off play action. Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
At the 18-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
An 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Yannick Ngakoue, his second sack of the night.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Looking deep for Hilton. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. L.J. Collier able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A big connection on that one. 47 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes.
Win. It's another thing to win and put up the offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking, they think that they can bottle this and carry